All right, on to the next project. Cleaning up the engine area on this 92 F-150. So probably the dirtiest engine area I've ever seen. See if I can zoom a little. We've just got dirt everywhere. This was an irrigator pickup going through a lot of mud. If you look down in there, we've got some oil. We've got some leaks on different things. We've got a steering pump issue, or it's not steering pump, just a steering fluid leak. This side, some more oil on the engine. So we're gonna try to do a little detail here, try to get all this stuff back to looking close to normal. So anyway, I need to do some rearranging here. I want to back these guys out of here and rearrange them real quick. So let's all right. So I'm just going to be using this Tough Stuff multi-purpose foam cleaner. It's got a picture of vehicle's interior on it. This one's kind of old and been rolling around on the floorboard, but I'm the type of guy that shops at Cheapo Depot, so if I got it and it'll work, I'm gonna try it instead of spending some money. So we'll see how it does. I sprayed a little bit right here already just to see if it was gonna do enough to clean up some of this grime, turn things back to black in here. So it looks like it did all right. So I'm just gonna start spraying, wiping it down, see what I can tackle. So I went ahead and just took the battery off, or took it out, disconnected it, just so I'm not taking any chances on shorting anything out or anything like that. So anyway, here we go. Okay, change of plans. It was taking too long to wipe all that stuff down. I feel like it's just way too corroded. So I'm going to try to power wash some of this stuff. So this is the air intake. You know, it would go on like that. So I wiped this down twice already with that stuff I was cleaning with, and it didn't do much. So I'm gonna try to power wash it. We've got a power washer right here. So let's see what it does. So still some spots that aren't coming off. So let me put the camera down and I'm gonna try to work on them. Maybe I'll scrub them a little bit. Okay guys, so this is what we come up with after working on it. This is a couple days later. I had to shut the camera down because we had a storm come in, but after I got done power washing, I mean this white stuff here isn't really coming off. I've got some back to black polish, I guess is what you'd call it, that I'm gonna put on this stuff and see if it takes away all that white color. But besides that, turned out 10 times better than what it was. Actually more than that, more like 100 times better. So let me get to a spot here where I can show you guys what the next step is. Okay, so here's my plan. I was gonna try to take the lazy man's way out and try to just power wash the inside of the engine bay, but I'm a little nervous. I don't want to screw too many things up. There is a lot of stuff in here that I am gonna just replace, but I don't want to screw too many things up. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna power wash the underside of the hood, and I did put this trash bag over, you know, the intake part, the distributor cap, and the alternator. So hopefully too much, you know, hopefully not a ton of water is going to be coming down on the engine. If some gets on it, I don't think it's going to be a big deal, but that's the plan right now. So let me set this down and I'll start that process and see what it looks like. All right, here we go. So this is what it looks like after. Still a few spots that just don't want to come out, but I'm happy with it. It's better than it was. I'm not trying to make this sparkle, you know, to the absolute best. So I'm gonna move on because we got bigger things to deal with, like that and this motor. So I'm gonna use I'm just gonna try to knock some of this oil loose with some of this degreaser from O'Reilly. You can see how thick it is everywhere. And I'm probably just gonna set the camera down and start working on it and see what I can get done. And I'll pick you guys back up here in a second to see what it looks like. So I decided to turn it on and let the engine heat up just a little bit, so it'll loosen up some of that oil. It's kind of hard to take off, but it seems to be coming off a little easier now. So I'll come back to you guys after I work on it a little bit. All right, I said I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna take the lazy man's way out, but I've been messing with it. This is a mess. I mean, this mud that's in here, it's like mixed with clay or something. Really hard to get off. This oil that's all over the engine, I don't know, nothing's working. So I'm gonna do the power washer. I don't care. There's a bunch of stuff, like I said before, that I'm gonna replace in here eventually. So I mean, I'm planning on having this engine pulled out sometime and kind of go through the whole thing and replace anything that seems like it needs to be replaced. So I'm not too worried about getting water on the engine. I've let it cool down now since I had it on. It's been about an hour, I'd say, since I had it on. I only had it on for about 5 minutes, so I'm gonna go for it. I've power washed my engine on this 2007 F-150 before at a car wash. So like I said, I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. Everyone says don't get water on the distributor caps, or on the distributor cap, that is. So I did head and wrap that up as best I could. I did put the air intake back on, just so I'm not worrying about having to plug that hole. And you know, I was getting it off easier, this grease, with my fingers. So I don't know, I'm not gonna do it all with my fingers. I'm just gonna try to power wash it. I'm gonna be real careful. So all we can do is say I'm gonna be the guinea pig and get after it. Okay, like I said, I took the battery off, so I don't have that in here. That's one thing I'd for sure recommend doing. But like I said, I'm gonna take it real easy here and see what I can get done. Here it is. Obviously it's still wet, so it's making it kind of shine. Hopefully that's what it looks like when I put that back to black on everything. But it did a pretty good job. Hopefully it didn't screw anything up. Like I said, I'm the guinea pig, so you can actually see my power steering fluid reservoir right there. It actually has words on the cab that you can read now. Here's the motor. All that oil came off pretty good. Been nice if I could use hot water. Hot water would have been good. But I think it turned out pretty good. So I'm gonna wipe everything down now. Like I said, that clay mud kind of sticks to everything even when it dries. Just like that right there, already coming back. So I'm gonna wipe it down, and then I'll probably put that back to black on, and we'll see what the final product looks like. All right guys, here it is. It's kind of dark in here, so this is gonna be the moment of truth though. I've got the battery hooked up again, got my air intake put back on. So let me go start my pickup. That's what we were kind of worried about, remember? Whether it was gonna screw anything up from me power washing it. So let's start it, see if everything starts fine. Check engine light was on before, so I don't think that's a problem. Seems to be running fine. Let me back out of my carport here and we'll be able to see things a little better. There it is. I think it turned out pretty dang good for the mess it was. I'm telling you, this mud that was on it must have had like some clay mixed in or something, because I could not hardly get it off until I got the power washer out. And there's still some spots that wouldn't come off just like that. But for the most part, like I said before, it's 100 times better than it was. Some of these pipes are still, or these tubes are still pretty messy, but I'm happy with it. So I mean, I'll keep you guys updated on the next couple videos. I mean, I'm gonna drive this thing around, make sure there's nothing wrong with it from power washing it. So like I said, I'm the guinea pig on this thing. Everyone says not to do it. I just covered my distributor cap and everything turned out okay, I think. So got all the oil off that was on there before. Looks pretty clean. All right guys, well, I still need to do the interior sometime, and hopefully I can get some new headlights and a few other things going on this. So stay tuned.